You can watch reality TV from your couch, or you can take a bite out of it yourself. I'm here in Soho today to meet with one reality TV show judge.
I'm a world-renowned cake master. My magical desserts have created $1 million cake empire. You could say I was born with a certain genius.
Ron has a resume as sweet as his cakes. He hosted the American reality show Sweet Genius on the Food Network for 3 seasons. Today, I'm visiting his studio in Soho to get a slice of his career.
I wanted to do a TV show that would be based on inspiration and for the chefs that participate to be inspired, and ultimately for me to be inspired by it.
Sweet Genius's format goes a little something like this. 4 pastry and confectionery chefs compete to create dishes using mandatory ingredients. A chef is eliminated every round, and the winner takes home a prize of $10,000. But instead of just using the ingredients required, the competitors have to think outside the box. So what was your favorite part appearing in the show?
Well, I guess eating the desserts.
Is there one in mind that stuck out to you?
There's so many, and I met so many wonderful people. I wish I had more time to work with each chef. We don't like to call them contestants, they were participating chefs. The hardest thing for me was not to leave my post from above the arena and not to work with them. Or many times I had to scream, "Stop, it's burning," or "I'm smelling smoke," or "Don't do it like this," which of course you can't do on live competitions. So that was the hardest thing. But being with the chefs, observing them, and then tasting the food was always remarkable. Sometimes not, actually. Sometimes the food was horrible, but then I got to tell them. First test, chocolate desserts. And your first surprise, a mandatory ingredient. Canary melons. And what else have I got for you?
Oh no.
A model airplane.
Do I have to make my dessert fly? What's going on? What do I have to do?
Well, some of the ingredients were, I think, pretty unattractive, to be mild. We had pickled Korean black garlic, which was
That is a mouthful.
pretty intense in food, let alone in desserts. So, you know, we tried some things. Surprisingly, bone marrow worked fantastically with chocolate. Who would have thought?
You don't say. Oh my goodness.
Work. One of you cannot continue on.
There's that go, go, go energy, I'm sure, behind the scenes when you're making the TV. Do you think it's the same way in the kitchen? Do they have overlaps?
It's very similar. There's so much preparations to oversee before you actually start taping. The discipline is very similar, and that's why I could do it, because I just had to switch places from the bakery, which I own, to the TV studio.
As soon as I saw the armor, I thought old school, medieval Italy. I just went, go Italian or go home. And so I did a budino.
When we get to the tasting, it's the same idea. What background do you have? What's your family background? What kind of cuisines do you like? Is there any kind of old cake that you ate as a child maybe that inspired you?
Just like New York is its own melting pot, it sounds like your cakes are. They take a little bit of everything and they combine it and make this beautiful masterpiece.
Well, hopefully it will end up as a masterpiece. Hopefully things turn out as a masterpiece. But look at me, I'm a melting pot. I grew up in the Middle East. I immigrated here after living in many, many countries. And I'm a New Yorker. So that's the feel I wanted Sweet Genius to have. And that's the way I operate my own bakery.
Whether he's creating culinary or television magic, Ron is lighting up New York City. I can't wait to check out his work. The edible kind, that is. Ron, I'm so excited to see you hard at work. What are you working on right now?
A wedding cake, naturally. It's the wedding season.
You don't say.
Well, this wedding cake is going to go to the New York Palace Hotel, one of my most favorite, fabulous, luxurious spots in New York City.
Wow, you made that flour. That is incredible. What is the process for making the sugar flour?
It's a very long process, I can't even start. But everything is made out of sugar paste and rolled and cut by hand. What's missing is a few of the blue berries that I'm going to add and the greenery.
All right.
So because I worked with so many different chefs on Sweet Genius, the one that inspired me the most are those that use all the senses. Not just looking in a narrow pathway, but opening up the hearts, the minds, and the skills. I feel good, I feel relieved, I'm very happy about this cake, but my checkoff list only ends when the bride and the groom, or the couple, cut the cake and feed each other and kiss with a mouthful of cake. Then my job is done.
Oh, you are one sweet genius. I
we
love
are
it.
one more step from completion.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for letting me come here to your studio, see what you're working with, and in the words of my favorite cake eater, Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake.
Let them eat cake.
Reporting for Cosmo Times, I'm Christy Clemens.